Hold on, I'm here, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to work. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I'm here. Hold on. I'm sure you can hear me. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm supposed to be live. It's a private link, and I have no video output at all. They did an update about 2 hours ago, and now it's not working. Ah, you can hear me. Okay, so then you can hear me, but you got a black screen. Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. Bob is on his way in to solve this. Just let's go on the record telling you that I hate computers. I'm here, just don't go away. Okay, they can hear us. We have to be nice. We have to talk nice things to this computer. But I have no, when I went from the countdown screen to the intro, I've got no nothing. Is my camera on? It might help to turn it on. Let's see if it's on. Okay, well, that was embarrassing. Hi. Welcome to Inspiration Night. Let's just check to make sure this is working because this wasn't working either. I'm so glad you're here.
Just my
Your
presence.
presence, right? Would you like to say hi?
Hi.
Oh my gosh. All right, thank you. Okay. So I will be honest with you. Yeah, Bob was like, I was running late because I had a mini crisis I had to take care of. And I must have forgot to turn on the front facing camera, which apparently must be the main camera to all the cameras. Okay. Whew. All right. Now that I know it's working, because literally it did an update right before I started. And I thought, oh no, I hate when it does updates because then the the camera doesn't talk to the monitor, that doesn't talk to the stream deck, which is the buttons. But here we are here. Hi everyone, happy Inspiration Night to our team. So glad you guys are here with me. Let me just move the mouse around a little bit. Looks like 21 are with me live. Yay! Hi Gita and Jane and Patty and Marion and Lynn and Carrie, Carol, Vicky. So glad you guys are here. Hi Trudy, welcome. Okay, now that we got the panic out of the way, I hope you guys are all doing well and enjoying stamping. How many of you have pre-ordered from the brand new mini catalog? I did. It came yesterday and then I just ordered more. That's Marion's fault. I'll just blame it on Marion. She got something I didn't get and I was like, I better get that just because I liked it. All right, how about if we start off tonight with Prize Patrol? If you are brand new here at Inspiration Night, I want to give you a couple 411 so that you are in the know. First and foremost, this is intended to be a very personal event. Can you tell? I want to talk to you as if you were here with me in the room. Something goes astray, like the camera, we'll fix it together. This is a private link. You may not share the video or the link with anyone. It goes out of Stampin' Up! Compliance should you do that. Please do not do that. I'd hate to see you get in big trouble, and you'd put me in big trouble as well. Oh, look at all of you that pre-ordered. Wow. Hi, Michelle Martin. Hi, Misty. Not ordered yet. Working on which things to order, Deborah. I know. Don't do what I did and I had to place 2 orders. I know. It's crazy. The other thing about Prize Patrol is these are gifts. If for some reason you do not like what you got, which I will doubt, but if you don't, pay it forward to a stamping friend or donate it. We do not allow exchanges or returns. Okay? Good. And then don't forget those bonus days coupons. Carrie has a great reminder there. Absolutely, of course. Use those. Are always a good amount of savings. And you can only use them through the month of August. All right, so let's do this. I'm bringing my little cart over. I got my Scotch tape ready because we can tape the names on the packages. Here is our very first Prize Patrol tonight. I'm going to mix these up. I'm praying all the buttons work because if it doesn't, we're going to use the mouse. Like I told you, it's going to be very, very informal. All right. Hopefully you hear that. I got a name. And the first winner is Deborah. Deborah, you are the first winner. As I say, if it's free, it's for me. And Deborah, you got something free. I have a frog in my throat from the panic attack I had, so let me just take a quick sip. If you don't know, I hate technology. I mean, I love it and I hate it, but when it doesn't work, I just freak out. Well, I didn't freak out, but I was like in a minor panic because this is a private link. I'm calming down now. Here's another one. Are you ready? This is where all my friends say, Lisa, just calm down. It's going to be okay. All right, I'm picking another name. Connie Backus, you are the next winner. Connie has goodies coming to her. Let's do another one. I got lots more for later. Here is the next envelope here. Let me mix you guys up. I'm gagging still. And the winner is Faye. Welcome, Faye. Congratulations to you. She's sometimes here live with us. I didn't know if she was here or not. Congratulations to Faye. We got lots more to give away. So I'm going to close up the tin so we don't lose anybody. Now, before the stamping begins, because I have 2 demonstrations for you tonight, I am very quickly going to run through some things you need to know. Remember, everything you need to know is on the Stampin' Up! Website. There are thumbnails in the middle. You can scroll through the sidebar to get to them all quicker. You can go under Happening Now. It's all there for you. But I am told many of you don't like to read. So I like to go over them quickly so that you're in the know of what's going on, especially the big stuff. It's all good now. Thank you, Misty. All right, awesome. Here we go. Bonus days, we just talked about this. Redemption time to use those bonus days coupon codes. If you think you should have gotten a code and you didn't get it, check your spam or junk folder. If it's not there, you need to call Stampin' Up! It's a computer-generated code. I cannot reproduce them. Only the company can help you. You have until August 31st to use them on any size order of your choice, and you can redeem them all at once or a little now or a little next week, as long as it's by the end of August. Next up, we are in the midst of a designer series paper sale. There's 15% off select designer series papers from the annual catalog. I don't know about you, but I use a ton of designer series paper, and maybe unlike you, I chop the dickens out of it because I believe it. If I bought it, we're going to chop it and we're going to use it. So I stocked up, and I would recommend you do too, because our demonstrator discount is on top of the 15%. So whether you've got 20 or 25%, that adds to the 15%. Whoop, whoop, 15% is definitely more than free shipping. And then, of course, your discount. This is only through the end of August. So make sure that you take advantage of that while you can. Mini catalog pre-order. We just talked about this, right? All the cool things. I actually got my physical copy today. I'm in Florida. I do know that some people in Arizona got it like 10 days ago, but I just got mine today. I know Marion got hers today. She's about 45 minutes from me. If you haven't gotten it yet, I'm already getting your emails. Don't panic. These are sent third-class mail, which is standard mail, which means slow bus from China, almost literally. Hang in there. You've got a color PDF copy on the Stampin' Up! Website. If you're smart, you're going to do what I did, and you're going to download that PDF copy to your computer, because I very rarely even use the hard copy anymore. I don't even know why I have it, because I pull that up on my PDF on my computer, and I can use the search function, and it's much faster than thumbing through pages to try to find things. So much faster. So a great tip for you. Okay, so Carol got hers, Misty got hers, Donna got hers, Patty too. Okay, wonderful. Fantastic. Good news. All right, so people are starting to get them. Please remember, we are in a pre-order. Couple things that are really, really, really important, or you're going to get in a lot of trouble. You can only show a picture of the cover of the physical catalog that you have. The one that's there on the screen is just for this event, okay? Which means it's not going anywhere public. Second of all, you may not, under any circumstances whatsoever, photograph and post any pictures of the inside of the catalog. Wonder how Temu got in business? That's because of people posting the inside pictures of the catalog. They also are copying from the product we share. So if you physically have the product, you can use it, you can take pictures of it, no problem. Not the catalog. So Timu's AI technology is so advanced that if a demonstrator is using a brand new bundle from the new mini catalog that they just got like today or yesterday on a video, that they can actually capture and copy those images and make counterfeit stamps and dies. I know. I need a boo button. I used to have a boo button. I don't have one. Not that there's anything wrong with demonstrators doing that. Absolutely not. But I get a lot of questions on why is this happening? That's how it's happening. So no inside pictures whatsoever. They will come down on you with a sledgehammer, Stampin' Up. So please, please, please. You can use whatever you have posted anywhere that you'd like. But I want to make sure that you are well aware that our customers cannot order from this book. Is it September? I'm looking on the back. September 5th? September 4th. September 4th. So if you start showing things with it now, 4 weeks in advance, that's fine, but you're creating a little frustration for them because they can't get it. In addition to that, it could affect your current sales for the month of August. So just use discretion on whatever you decide and go from there. You have been warned. All right, next. I've just read Carrie's comment. I ordered more than I can give them away during my event next month. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but okay, great. We're moving on. Kit collections. Did you guys see there's 2 brand new kits that came out yesterday? I'm looking at my notes because I got to get the names right. It's the Haunted Home Kit. You see it there? It's a 3D project. You will need a glue gun to put that together, but isn't it cute? And you better hurry because when it's gone, it is gone. It is not going to be restocked. The second one that you see there is called Christmas Wishes. It makes those beautiful cards. There's foil metallics in it as well. And these are fantastic for those of us that make a whole stack of Christmas cards and needs to get them done quickly. I love these kind of kits for Thanksgiving Day because I break them out while we're waiting for dinner. We're usually eating appetizers because we're Italian. We do antipasto. And the girls and even some of the kids and guys in the family will sit down and put a few cards together. And I get numerous kits. So by the time we're done, we got like a nice little stack and we split them up between us. It's an inexpensive activity to do with the family. And it's really something that we've done together for many, many years. So 2 ideas for you on how to use the kits. Build a class around them. Everything is pre-done for you. Just make sure you charge the appropriate amount of the kit plus shipping and tax. And any extras you may include in your class like snacks and drinks or any preparation that you would need to provide. Okay? Make everyone bring their own adhesive. Oh, Carol said she got the haunted home. Okay, awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then it looks like my last but not least is this paper pumpkin. It is still August. It is not the 10th yet, so that means you can still get this month's current paper pumpkin, which is Time for Cake. There's a little picture there. It includes a free stamp set this month as well as the regular stamp set. This is going to change on the 11th, so please keep that in mind. Oh, look how many of you ordered the haunted home. Good, it's really cute, really cute. So my question for you is, if you ordered it, how are you going to store it? Here in Florida, you can't put anything in the attic. Anything with glue is going to fall apart. But I'm curious, if you bought it, how are you going to store it? Or maybe you bought it to put together for fun with the kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, or your own children, and just keep it on display. Either way, I would love to know. Your feedback is always so fun. All right, let's see if this camera works. It did. It's amazing when you turn it on, how well it works. Okay, let's do another prize patrol, and then we'll get into stamping. How's that sound? All right, let me give that tin a shake. That's where all the names are. Every single person on our team. It doesn't matter if you're watching live or not watching at all. Your name went into randomlistpicker.org, and it selected the random winners. I put the names in the tin. I don't know which name is going to get attached to which envelope, so we'll all be surprised together. Okay? So let me mix you guys up. Make sure I've got one. Yep, I have this one. And the winner is Yoli. You are our winner. If you guys are like, why are you calling her Yoli? It says Yolanda because I have known Yolanda before we ever lived in Florida. Gina has known her since Gina was probably 4 or, well, I think Gina was 5 or 6 years old. Yolanda is like a family. So big congratulations to Yolanda. You are one of our Prize Patrol winners. Awesome. All right, here comes another one. Got another envelope here. Let me make sure it's up. Okay, I got one. I got two of them. This one's going to Melissa Smith. Hey, Melissa! Yay! We've got a lot of Melissas on our team, so it's really important I get the last name in there. Melissa Smith, you are the winner. Congratulations. All right, let's do one more now, and then, of course, you know, I've got more, okay? All right, mixing you guys up. Okay, I've got one. Ready? It's Deborah! Hey, Deborah! Congratulations, you are our next winner. I'm going to put her name right on top of there, and that's going to be going out to Deborah. I do plan on metering these tonight. They will go out in tomorrow's mail. You should have them in a couple days. First class mail always comes through. Congratulations to all of our winners. I'm glancing over at your comments because that's where the monitor is at. All right. I feel better now. All the panic, all the stuff is gone. We got through all the boring stuff, right? So now we get to stamp. I'm using 2 online exclusives for you tonight because remember I planned this well in advance. So how about if we get started? All right, here we go. Let me move my buttons out of the way. Just check and make sure my cameras are working. Still faithful. Grabbing my stool so I can sit. I got to get my scrub wet. How many of you use the chamois versus the Stampin' Scrub? I'm a Stampin' Scrub girl because I do way too much stamping for the chamois. I don't want to get up and have to, like, you know, rinse the thing out. Yeah, it's just not my gig. All right, let me grab out my pieces. And hold on, I got to get them out of my little solo bag. I work in a corner, if you didn't know that, and it is a little tight spot, okay? All right, so let's start with this. Let's start with the card base. 4 1/4 by 11. I did score it in half before you joined me, grabbing my bone folder. 5 1/2 inches is halfway. I always check because, you know, I don't score perfectly. Do any of us score perfectly? I certainly don't. And then we'll just go over that to that nice crisp crease card base. I'm going to set that off to the side. And I've got a layer of basic white cardstock here. I'm bringing in my silicone craft sheet because I have a piece of designer series paper. Oh, look how many of you are chamois. 2 chamois already. Most of the time. Interesting. This comes from the Flowering Zinnias. Oh, so pretty paper. But don't forget the double-sided factor of what we've got with Stampin' Up! Paper. So they're going to work for all kinds of occasions. Sneak around and take a look. Here comes my best friend, the Precision Glue Press. If you don't have this, you're missing out on a new best friend. I can't live without that thing now. If you don't know about it, give us a shout out, and then I'll talk about it. Otherwise, I think you guys have probably heard me like a broken record, right? Love, love, love that thing. We had Party with the Stamp Studio last Saturday. Got to see some of you that are here on live with us last night. We had such a great day. We really did. Thank you for coming if you were here. Love seeing and spending some time with you. Black Memento ink. And I pulled out the words, a little hocus pocus. All right, so you already know where this is coming from, right? If not, I'll show you in just a second. I had to do a Halloween card, all right? I will tell you, of all the things that I create for my YouTube audience, here comes my head. I get a lot of flack for doing Halloween cards. Did you know that? I do. I don't care. And I'm going to tell you why. Me growing up, I tell this story every year. Every year I tell the story. For me growing up, Halloween was always a fun, safe, amazing time because I was born in 1961, which means Halloween in the 70s was great. Never had any problems with it. We're going to add some glue to the back. My parents literally let my sister and I go out. By the way, I'm the oldest. By ourselves. And, you know, neighbors would check in with your mom from time to time and go, oh, yeah, just saw the girls. Everything's fine. But I remember, I think it was my freshman year of high school. So my sister would have been a year behind me. When we got home with our candy, my mom said, let me see your bag. And I was like, huh? She can take my good stuff. And she was like, no, I want to check your candy. And I was like, what do you mean check my candy? And that is when people started putting stuff into candy. Thankfully, now we have individually wrapped things. I'm really hoping it's not as prevalent as it was years ago. However, with that said, I had the fondest memories of Halloween, and not in the evil, scary way. We're talking we were never allowed to dress crazy, okay? We had to dress fun. My mom, that was a big thing with my family. But I will tell you, we loved it so much that when we raised Gina, we wanted her to have a similar experience, for it to be a good thing, like a more of a masquerade kind of thing. So we never really ditched Halloween. We just adapted it. For years, Bob and I actually hosted a block party at our old home in Brandon, Florida. We have since moved from there 4 years ago. Where we live now, we're gated and we are in 55 plus, and they really don't care about Halloween here. I miss getting the trick or treaters. By doing the block party, what we were able to do was two things. We provided a safe environment for the kids to come. We also were able to network with our neighbors. You know what? People don't hang with their neighbors anymore, do they? They just don't. And we missed that. So we bring out the grills and everybody pitches in, and we bring hot dogs and chips, and someone makes a cake and coleslaw, and it is the best time. We look forward to it all year round. And sadly, we moved from there, and I will tell you that is the only thing that I miss about living there. I miss it so much. I miss seeing all the little kids in their cute little costumes with their moms and dads, and we got to connect with people we never saw. So that's my spin and story on Halloween. I'm sticking with it, and I just want to make sure that you know I am a Christian woman. Doesn't mean I'm not a Christian woman, just because I want to dress up. All right, this is Shy Shamrock. Light and dark. Do you see how closely related in color that the caps are? All right, so in case you didn't know, Gina and I designed the cap identifiers. You can download these on my website under Shop Digital Downloads, $5. Put them on with a glue dot. You'll be super happy. There's a quick video there for you. The only reason I'm going to show you a little bit of this is because this is a question I get over and over and over again, is how the heck do you color the little tiny areas? Okay, so alcohol-based markers can be tricky in that you know that they bleed a little bit. The alcohol expands. When it's small like this, I will typically lay the dark first. So there's my dark one. And I'm going to put my dark right here at the top because I'm going to think that's going to be the darkest area. And I could even put a little bit here. I am then going to wait for that to process because you need to let some of that alcohol evaporate before you lay down the next shade or the next color. That's going to help prevent the bleeding. Even though Memento ink is water-based and perfect for alcohol-based markers, if you work way too fast, you're going to have some blurring and some bleeding. All right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pull the dark into the light and color it in. I am really a fan of the brush tip. Gina says it's dangerous, but I'm just a fan of it. When you get to the little tiny, tiny, tiny areas, and I'm going to go this little stripe right here, watch what I do. I literally kind of just make little dots because remember, the color is going to expand. And that's really important because what's going to happen is if you drag the marker, and I'm going to show you here, if I drag the marker, it's going to bleed outside the lines. Do you see that? So work with little dabs and that'll give you color exactly where you want it. I have been wanting to kill this gnat all day long. It is in my face everywhere I go. So if you see me waving, that's what I'm doing. All right, I've got one of those and I did it here and I die cut it for you. Really, really simple. This is kind of a different layout. And I'm going to move you back out a little bit because we might be just a hair bit too close. Let's bring in this. And I'm also going to show you what else I did. I die cut one of those little, what I call little beaker bottles. You can call them whatever you want. Oh, Patty says she uses the chisel tip. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm reading Joan. She said we made our we made home costumes and made popcorn balls out to treaters, and it was born in the early 50s. I know, there's some great memories back then. So in the dies, if you're not aware of it, there are two beaker bottles. So there's a tall one and a round one. And if you're not aware of it, there's little images here that fill them. Ooh, made my heart happy. So I couldn't resist using some glimmer paper. Now it's tiny, so this has become my quickest new best friend. These little needle reverse tweezers, I've got them linked for you on my website under Shop My Favorite Things. And they kind of just extend my reach a little bit. And I'm just going to use my glue press. And then this is going to go inside of here. Now you have a little bit of wiggle room with the multi-purpose glue, as you can see. And you're going to leave a little bit of white around it, okay? That's going to give you more of a realistic look. I know that you probably have a little bit of a glare because of the shimmer paper, sorry. So we have Highland Heather, and then we've got the Shy Shamrock. So I've done 2 and I've done 3. Now, one thing I did to these 3 that I didn't do here, which I can go over with you now. I'm going to use the Pool Party. And I'm going to bring this in. I should have done this before I adhered it, but you'll forgive me. For this, I like the brush tip because I wanted to try to make this as light as possible. So I'm going to add a little color around the edges. I don't even care if I miss spots. It's just for a little bit of a halo of color. If it's too dark for you and you don't like it, you can take the color lifter over it, which will mute it some. And again, just wait for it to process. You can see that's a little darker here on this side. I don't even know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there you go. You can always go over it with the color lifter, okay? This is a colorless alcohol marker, and you can just mute that down a little bit if you need to. All right, I'm going to move you out just a little bit because I'm afraid that you're too close. Oh, you didn't know what the pieces were. Okay, good. I'm glad I showed you then. Thank you for telling me, Trudy. All right, so I've got my cute little beaker bottles. And I have my books. All right, watch what we're going to do. I have a strip here of cardstock. Let me grab my paper snips. And on this end, I'm going to make an angle. Okay? And on the same strip here, we're going to make an angle. I don't care if they're identical. Okay? We're going to put these over here like so. Before you go crazy with this project, please make sure that you do a little bit of adjusting. So make sure that you've got things where you want them. I always lay things out first before I start adhering them if I'm going to be working with height, which is what I'm going to be doing here. This looks like I'm pretty good, so you know what? Let's just go for broke, right? You guys are here. You'll forgive me if it's not perfect. All right, glue press once again. I didn't see that anybody didn't know what this was, which makes me pretty happy. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to take this one. Look at those little reverse tweezers. I love these things for this because these are so hard to hold when they're small, aren't they? And then let's put this one maybe about here. Okay, doing my best to kind of make them as straight as I can. All right, there we go. We've got our two little spots. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work with the beaker bottles. I'm going to bring those in here. If the glare is too much for you guys, just let me know, okay? So I've got beaker bottle number 1, and we're going back to glue. Remember, the multi-purpose liquid glue is very, very strong. I want you to make sure these are actually positioned on top of that piece of cardstock because that's going to represent our shelf. I'm going to take the other green one here, and I'm going to put it, I think, over here like so, okay? This one right here, we're going to flip that guy over. Let's grab a dimensional, and we're going to put that on the back. I'm going to come in with a mini dimensional because I want to make sure this is balanced. I'm really persnickety about cards I'm going to mail because I'm tired of being embarrassed when people go, oh, it fell off or it was crooked. I'm like, it ain't happening anymore. I'm going to make sure. So there, we've got that. All right, so we're going to come in now with the books. Let's take this and let's flip this upside down. And for this, we're going to add a little bit of glue as well. And my books are going to go over here on my shelf, okay? And then we're going to take this bottle and we're going to flip it upside down. And then we're going to take some more dimensionals and we're going to go here. Use that shape to your advantage. You see how I got that straight edge there? And then another one here. And do I have any halves left? I do. So I cut them right here while they're on the paper. So that in case I have a little tiny spot, I can actually use them. All right, so we're going to remove these by stabbing them because it's too hard for my arthritic hands to do it any other way. And then this is going to go over here. Now, there was this what I call dead spot right here, and it was kind of bugging me. So I die cut from the dies. This is all part of that same set. The broom and the handle. Now check out the handle. There's a little circle here at the bottom. Do you see it? That's intended for you to be able to place the glue. Now, I like this versus a glue dot because the glue dot sometimes will shimmy. And then I'm just going to take this, and of course you can make your broom handle as long or as short as you want. And I'm going to put my broom handle here. This is why the silicone craft sheet is amazing for this. Now, I decided to elevate this. Now, I know one of you is thinking, no way, because the handle is too thin. Just hang with me. We're going to come back here to the dimensionals, and we're going to put one here, and then we're going to take another one, and we're going to put it here. And I'm looking going, oh, great, no more mini dimensionals. That's okay. I always got it back up. And I'm going to take a small one. I think it's going to fit up here. Yep, fits pretty good. Now, here, aren't cutting all those little tiny dimensionals. No way, no how. So we're going to do the faux glue, liquid glue dot thing, okay? So we've got a glue dot. We're going to ball this up, kind of make it long like a little hot dog, okay? As thin and as long as you can get it. And we're going to do one here right on top of the brown area, right? The rolled up glue dot is a great tip, and I'm going to tell you why. Not only is it super sticky, you don't even have to worry about it, what I call de-stickifying, because you're touching it. It adds a little elevation. You might be wondering how it holds up through the mail. It does pretty dang good. So I'm going to add another one here near the top, just trying to get that one long. And I'm going to put that here. All right, now that those are all on, I'm going to remove these. I love this die because did you guys see the detail in it? Oh, isn't that cute? All right, this is going to serve two purposes. It's going to actually create a position here for us on the designer series paper and kind of break up that seam, but allow that designer paper to really be a focal point. I'm reading here, Donna Harris, I haven't had good luck with the glue press. Gets clogged. Gets clogged? Okay, Donna, make sure you're using the smallest tip on the bottle. It's the one that had the Nouveau glue in it. Make sure too that when you're storing it, it's down inside and it's touching that pink plunger. So this has to be on a flat surface. When it comes into contact with this, it creates an airtight seal, which is why sometimes when I pick it up and you look at it, it has like that little dry glue on the end, and that's because it was sealed. If it's clogging, I'm wondering what kind of glue you're using, or if you're using the wider tipped where it's flowing too much. The wider tip bottle with the multi-purpose glue will pool faster near the tip. So please keep that in mind. All right, this is cute in itself, but I wasn't done yet. All right, so let's come over here. I made a little bow, precision glue press. Once again, let's put a little bit of glue right there. And I'm going to take my little baker's twine bow, and we're going to put that here. This is where my take your pick tool comes into play, and we're just going to press. Again, that multi-purpose liquid glue dries very, very quickly. If this is too long for you, gosh, I almost stabbed myself to death. Give it a little bit of a haircut, okay? But it needs something up here, doesn't it? This is where your Stampin' Blends are going to come into play, and they're going to be like your very, very best friend, because there's lots of things you can do with your blends that maybe you're not aware of. First and foremost, I did some of these ahead of time, is you're going to use your Stampin' Blends to color your rhinestones. It works for your other embellishments as well. Duska, I see your question. She wants to know how you clean the holder. You can see down inside, mine's got lots of dry glue. I use alcohol prep pads, and quite frankly, I'm not really a problem with it. I just kind of rub it off. But you can use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip if you want to dry that off. I just find it just falls off on its own on the silicone stopper here. Here, mine is really gunked up. You guys can't even tell on camera, can you? I mean, it's really gunked up. I don't care. That's what it's for. And this, I just squeeze it through the silicone craft sheet is what I usually do. All right. So I colored these with the chiseled tip of the Stampin' Blends marker. Really important to use the chiseled tip. And I'm going to show you here on this little stray guy who decided to go north on me. Let me stick him here. You're going to start at the top, and you're going to start with dots. You don't want to fray the tip of the marker. It's really important that you preserve that. And then I kind of go around the outside edges with dots. And the best part about this, alcohol-based, it's going to evaporate and dry very quickly, and you can come back and you can add multiple coats to get it to the intensity that you want. All right, here we go. We are going to take this one, my green one. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to take another one. I'm going to put that one here. Stick, that would be really good if you stuck. And I'll put another one here. Okay, look at how stinking cute. Here's a purple one. I'm going to put that one over here. Don't worry, I made more. I was running out of small ones. It seems I use the small ones more than anything else. Anybody else? So another one here, and take another one here, because it's Halloween and we dress up and we make fancy, and it's just really fun just to kind of go overboard on things, isn't it? And another one here. And then down here at the bottom, let's use these purple ones. So I've got here, and I'm just going to kind of stagger them a little bit, and then another one up here. It looks like I colored more than I needed, but that's better to have too many than not enough. Give them a good press, and I wish you guys were here so you could really appreciate this. Oh, isn't this cute? Oh my gosh, so adorable. And again, you got tons of glare because of the lighting and the shimmer paper, but this is super cute. Now, this card, along with 3 others for a total of 4, will be in a PDF tutorial format for you that will be in our team newsletter on September 1st. So you'll be able to download that entire tutorial. You'll see this card as well as the others that will include step-by-step instructions, pictures, cutting dimensions, and supplies for all the cards. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're absolutely adorable. So I think you're going to really enjoy that. So I want to know what you think. Great way to use up the glimmer paper, nice and cute and not freaky scary. Okay, so there you go. I am reading Christine's comment. Thanks, Lisa. I didn't know there was 2 different size tips on the glue press. Yeah, I love the first use, but when I change to a self-filled bottle, it kind of oozes. I will change the tip immediately. Okay, perfect. I am so glad. All right, so there's our first demonstration. I am standing up because we are going to do some more giveaways. So here I am back. I am putting my rhinestones away. Have you guys ever left these out on your desk and then all of a sudden you find rhinestones like stuck all over because they just kind of slide off that backing? Yeah, me too. All right, okay, you guys like it. All right, just something different, right? Some really just cute out of the box ideas, and it's a great way to use those designer series paper scraps for a border, but consider the dies and the images to define that border to make it a little bit more creative. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it. Awesome. All right, here we go. We got an envelope going to someone. Gosh, that one's heavy. I'm going to give that tin a good shake with those names in it. We're going to open those up. I am giving out a name. Okay, I've got one. And our first winner is Jennifer. Yay, Jennifer! Yay! Congratulations, Jennifer. You got some goodies coming to your house that will go out in tomorrow's mail. All right, we've got another envelope here. Let me mix this up. Just looking for one. Okay, I got it. Oh, I'm going to mess up this name so bad, and I'm going to shorten it because I don't know what to say. This is going to Ina Diaz. I would love to pronounce this. Can someone help me? Idanella? Idanella? It's pretty, but I hate messing up people's names, you guys. It's so personal. And I just feel like when you mess up someone's name, it's like, oh, it's like, but I'm bump, right? I hate doing that. So if you guys know how to pronounce it, please let me know. All right, let's do another one. And then I have more, okay? So let me mix them up. Okay, I gotta turn out one. They stick together. I do. And this one is going to Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie! Congratulations. Oh, I got that mail coming. This is going to your house. So excited for you. I don't know why, but I feel like the lights today are super bright, brighter than normal. Have you guys noticed that too with the projects? Please let me know because then we can adjust the lighting. Again, when there's an update, sometimes it resets everything. Also, I just feel blinded even when I looked on the project. So if it looks too bright, please give me a shout out. All right, closing up the tin. I'm reading Carrie's comment. I have everything out for days at a time and then everything is everywhere. Oh, I get it. This is the best part about having a dedicated workspace, right? You can start it, leave it, and then come back. You don't have to clean anything up. I love that. All right, I am going to turn the camera down again, but you have about 30 seconds to go take a quick break and get something to drink because I'm going to change out the supplies from this one to the next one. Okay, here we go. All right, move the buttons over. I got to make some room. This next one's got a little bit more pieces and parts. I'm take my cute little tweezers, put those away with my scissors and my blends, and give myself a little bit more room for this next project. Move that over there. I'm not going to need these stamps anymore. We'll move those over there. All right, want to make sure I don't lose you guys. My card, we'll throw that in there. All right, we're going to need the grid paper. I'm going to put that here. And I'm grabbing out my stamps. Bear with me. I hope you guys have all had a good week. Those of us here in Florida braved out Debbie the last couple days with that tropical storm. We all did fine. Good news is we got no damage. That's always a yay. A little bit of yard pickup, which gratefully I don't have to do where I live because we live in an association that does all that for us because we old now. I'm grateful for that. Super grateful. but I know it's moving up the East Coast. So if you're there, I'm praying for all of you because I know, honestly, it's scary. Gina and her family were here obviously for the weekend because of Party with the Stamp Studio, and they didn't go home obviously on Monday. But Monday night Cody left, and then Gina didn't leave till Tuesday. What normally takes Gina 3 hours to get, or sorry, 2 hours to get home, took her 5 hours. I felt so bad for her because she had Palmer with her. And I know some of you were with Party at the Stamp Studio, got to see Palmer. He made his debut. He was so cute. I have to tell you, I'm just totally crazy about that child. He's adorable. But those of you that are getting the rains and the wind and all that now, I'm thinking of you. I really am. Basic white cardstock, we're going to do some stamping. We are going to come in with the Mossy Meadow ink for this one. I'm going to bring in my scratch paper. And I've got some images here. I know as soon as I show you this, you guys are going to know what I'm doing. So we've got images 1 and images 2. You guys recognize it? Okay. This is coming from the new online exclusive bundle called Golden Greenery. And I really think you're going to like this card because I used almost everything. Patty said he is so cute. He is, isn't he, Patty? Maybe because he's mine, I think he's cute. The great thing about these dies is there's so much versatility here. Now, I just want to give you a quick look at these solid dies versus the outline dies. It works with the designer series paper that comes with it as well as the images, all right? It doesn't matter if you do dark or outline first or fill. It's just a matter of preference. I'm doing fill first, but I want this one lighter. So I'm going to ink it up, Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm not going to drop my paper. We're going to stamp. Oh, is it going to fit, Lisa? You may have done it this way. It might fit better here. Okay, let's do it one more time. Stamp off, and then we're going to put this one here. All right, there we go. I'm just stamping off my excess ink on a separate piece of grid paper nearby. I like to get as much ink off the block I can before I take it to my scrub. That just helps to reduce my trips to go rinse things out. Now we're coming in with the actual stems of those. Now, you're probably going to see my head. If you line up the photopolymer just right, I really need to see, okay? If I want to just do one right, you're just going to have to bear with me here a second. I'm going to do it as close to right as possible. Okay, there we go. And we're going to press. Oh my gosh, isn't this pretty? Okay, this one I'm not going to look. Let's see how good I can do from far away. I'm trying. Ah, pretty good. A little smidgen off, but that's okay. I give myself a B. All right, so we've got this. And of course, there are dies for this. But guess what? When I saw this bundle, of course, Christmas, right? But I thought, you know what? This can do more than Christmas. And that is where I'm going with this. So I'm going to come in now with Petal Pink ink. And I brought in another stamp set. So I want you to pay attention here because this is a great way to expound the purchase of a new product to work with products your customers already have. I brought out Textured Floral. Now this has been around for a bit. There are dies and stamps. It's no longer a bundle. You have to buy them separately. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink this up in the Petal Pink. We'll stamp one here. Oh, the stamp's so pretty. 2. Oh, I got a little close. That's not going to work, but okay. And then 3. So we've got some flowers. You guys see them? Okay. I love this stamp set because it's a distinctive stamp, which means the image is intended to look more realistic than like a rubber stamped image. So that's what we got here. Of course, through the magic of television, we have 1, we have 2, and then we've got 1, 2, and we have 3 flowers. Okay, so we've got our pieces here. We're going to work with these now. I'm going to slide these up and out of the way, move my stamps, and now we're going to start to do some assembly. Now my card base for this is identical to the one we just did before. 4 1/4 by 11, I scored it in half. I didn't see any comments about the lighting, so I'm assuming that it's good. It's not as blinding as I think it is. I just think maybe one of these lights is shining in my face. It's kind of like blinding me. I need to mute this down. I needed to create a color concept here. And I decided to bring in this Mercury Vellum. Now this is all part of that same suite with the Golden Greenery. I want to point something out to you. It's gold foil on one side, but don't be afraid to flip it over and you'll have a grayish silver type of finish here. It is not metallic on this side, but it could work for a huge array of projects. So I want to make sure that you are well aware of this. Now, let's talk about adhering it. Mercury vellum is a great thing because there are some solid spaces. Do you see here behind where the foils are? That's a great place for you to adhere things. So I'm going to come over here with my glue press and I'm going to work just in a couple areas. I'm going to add a couple dabs where I kind of see that's kind of solid. And I'm primarily working along the edges and in the corners, all right? And remember that multi-purpose liquid glue is very, very strong. I am covering the entire front of this card. That is intentional. So there's just enough glue here to tack this down and keep it from running itself out of the envelope, so it's not going to lift. All right? Oh, the lighting's good. Thank you, Patty Davis. I needed to know that. All right? So now I got some pretty going on. I'm going to back you up just a smidge because I'm always afraid you guys are too close. Holler at me if it is. We need to break this up a little bit because of the color that's here. So I decided to bring in an embossing folder, and let me show you the one I used. I used the Fern 3D, and I thought, ooh, what the heck? Greenery on greenery. Can't miss that. So I did that ahead of time, and I did it on Mossy Meadow cardstock. Ooh, the beauty of Stampin' Up! Products, that color coordination. Do not dare to try to take an adhesive to this unless you know it's really gentle. So I always use liquid glue now on my embossing folders because my Stampin' Seal was just killing me. Okay, it was ripping up my cardstock. This now is going to go right here in the center. It's one of those embossing folders that really doesn't have a direction, so it's very, very forgiving. I don't want to deboss the image, so I'm going to flip over and just rub from the back to make sure that it's good and stuck. All right, so this now is our palette. I need to build it up on here. When I was playing with this, I thought, it's not going to look so good. So my next step was to bring in a die. The Countryside Corners is one of my favorites. Anything that layers has always sold me. It is amazing. I love the fact that I can actually take, I want to make sure you guys are still here. Where's my computer mouse? Yep, you're still here. You're so quiet. When I don't see you commenting, I kind of freak out. I'm like, oh, make sure I'm still streaming. I am. Layering, staggering sizes, you cannot go wrong. So this is what I used. And I die cut it from more shimmer, silver foil. Hey, this is the time of year we break out all the stops, right? So I'm going to flip this upside down and we're going to add some dimensionals. Once again, you are not going to be cheap. You want to make sure that you've got this well balanced for mailing. You want to make sure there's no lopsidedness. It's not going to come out all wonky on the other end. That it's going to look all pretty just like when you made it. I'm going to go a little further and I'm going to go here and here because I want to make sure it's well supported for what I'm going to do. We're going to remove those paper backings. Are you guys with me? You guys are not saying a word. I would love to think it's because you're mesmerized, but I'm not sure that's it. So with the technical problem I had at the beginning, please reassure me. That would make me happy. And then this is going to go right about here in the center. Okay? So far, so good. We got our foil. Oh, we're just watching you. Okay, good. I want to make sure I'm not losing you. I'm moving that because I know it can be blinding. So let's take these pieces. I'm going to put these pieces kind of like so, and I'm going to connect these. And I'm going to add a little glue right down here. I do everything on my silicone craft sheet. So I'm going to kind of go, I kind of want it like this. Okay, so I kind of got like a little V out of this. Sounds good. But I could not resist bringing in the rest of the paper that's part of that vellum pack. Now let me show you. I got to find my dies. They got lost here in the shuffle. Here they are. These solid dies on the back, these are incredible. So ahead of time, I die cut one of those from that vellum. Do you see the texture on that vellum? Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's going to make my life so happy. So I'm going to put these kind of together. Okay, this gnat is literally right next to my hand. I know you can't see him. He's just off camera. I'm going to kill it. It's just a matter of time. And I'm giggling because last night we filmed the welcome video for the upcoming online stamping retreat. And there's a bug question in there that we did during the rapid fire questions. And I'm not going to tell you about it because it's hysterical. It was something that we talked to Kylie about. How many of you are planning on coming? We did it on World Card Making Day this year because Stampin' Up's event is only 1 hour. We know we can keep you very, very busy all day. So I'm going to come in with my paper snips because this little thing right here that I cut short on purpose is bugging me. So I'm going to kind of cut that off. Okay, there we go. That looks a little better. So I've got some leaves coming together. If you don't like them, just give them a haircut. Let's take this now over to here and we are going to attach these. I didn't get fancy. I came in with liquid glue. Now, I know you're probably wondering if it's going to show through on the vellum, and my answer is no. Because the vellum has a texture finish to it, you're going to notice that it's not detectable at all. But I'm going to add a little bit here and a little bit there because I want to make sure it sticks. If ever you have too much glue, here's a silly tip. Oh, don't drop it. Just take it on your silicone craft sheet and tap off the excess so that you don't have anything runny, especially when you're using foil. Because if you've ever put liquid glue on foil and then try to shift it, it leaves it marred. It's horrible. Oh, love OSR. Oh my gosh, you guys, our projects rock. All right, I will tell you they rock. I'm looking at your comments, not paying attention to my foil. All right, so here we go. Of course, it's not sticking because I'm not putting my hand on it. All right, there we go. All right, next is to work with the flowers. So I've got my 3 flowers here. I'm back to my silicone craft sheet. We're going to turn these upside down. Oh, look at, it's going to be dangerous really soon because I'm going to run out. I'm going to add these in the center. If you want to balance them more and add a little bit more, you possibly can. I'm just speeding this up now. And then we're going to take off these backings as well. And then we're going to take these guys and we're going to position them on here. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to add it all the way up here near the top. I'm going to take this one, making sure it's going the right way, right? And I'm going to probably add it right about here inside those leaves. And then this one I'm going to bring all the way down to here like so. Oh my gosh, you guys, so pretty. Okay, now let's talk about how to finish this off. It needs embellishments to make it all pretty. Oh, you got glare. Okay, there you go. Is that better? There's really no way to show this without glare when there's foils and shimmers. Pretty, pretty. Obviously, I chose not to put a greeting on here because every once in a while, I need a card that can be for whatever at the last minute. Sympathy, get well, thinking of you, miss you. It can be birthday. It can be anything I want. But let me show you what I decided to add. I have really gotten big on this year. I have them linked for you on my website under Shop My Favorite Things. This is metallic thread. Many years ago, Stampin' Up! Used to sell these, and I missed it so much, especially around the holidays, because sometimes you just need that simple, whimsical foo-foo with no fuss. I did this ahead of time. You can see here, I just tied it in a little knot. I wouldn't have even gone that far if I was going to do it with you live, so I'm just going to cut those little things off. This came in a 4-pack. I got 2 shades of gold and 2 shades of silver, and it was cheap. I've got it linked for you, but I like that little whimsical kind of stuff if you need a little metallic without a whole lot of fuss. And I absolutely love this iridescent white ribbon. Isn't this beautiful? I don't think you're going to be able to appreciate any of this on camera whatsoever. So I'm going to come in with a glue dot. And I'm going to take my glue dot and I am literally going to position it where I want it because I want to put down my metallic threads first. So I'm going to put my thread right there. So I've got my little loopies. I'm hoping when I pick it up, you guys are going to be able to see it. And then I'm going to add another one on the top. Okay, I could have put it on the back of the bow as well. And then this is going to go here. Now you might not think that the metallic threads show up, but when you see it in the tutorial, you're going to change your mind. I'm picking up another glue dot. This is a rather large bow, and I want to make sure that this is not going to be all twisted when it goes through the mail. You know how they kind of shift and they get all wonky? Aha, be careful, Lisa. Your friends are watching. All right, I'm going to push that one here. Okay, so now we got our little bow. Pretty, but we're not done. Okay, focus, focus. Can you see the threads? I don't think the camera's going to pick it up really well. Oh, thank you, Michelle Martin. All right, next, the iridescent foil gems. Now, the reason I love these is they are clear, but they have specks of gold in them, which means you're going to have the cohesion to your project without that overwhelming more gold. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pick up one of the big ones. Glue dots obviously already on the back. Let's go here. And then let's work with some small ones. Let's go here near the corner and then another one up here on an angle. I think I'll bring it a little closer. There we go. Give them a good push so they're good and stuck. And there we go. We have a beautiful non-Christmas card that can be used for every occasion. And I was really careful to build in all the products. You've got the mercury vellum. You've got the textured vellum. You've got another stamp set. Any flowers, just pick them out. Use those leaves independently. They don't have to be for Christmas. Build it up. And there you go. Just gorgeous. And now it can be whatever I want when I need it. It makes me very, very happy. Now, just like we talked about before, you are going to get a PDF tutorial inside our September 1st team newsletter that's going to be comprised of 4 cards using this bundle. They're beautiful. I was really on the fence with this because I thought this was really kind of simple. But then when I realized I had all of these and I could do way more than just Christmas, I'm like, I'm in. So dies and stamps that can do more than what they're intended for will always win in my corner because it really makes it worth the money to me. And of course, Stampin' Up! Quality, you gotta love that. So you're gonna get 4 in your tutorial in September. So quick recap, this was the one we just did. And then of course, the Halloween one. I wanna know your favorite. I know you're all gonna pick this one because whenever I do something foily, you pick it. And if I do something purple, you pick it. I don't know why that is. Every video I've ever made, if it's got foil shimmer or if it has purple, they love it. Doesn't matter what the other cards look like. They always pick those. I don't get it. All right, go ahead and leave me a comment because I'm going to start to read those. I'm glad you guys like it. Just think outside the box. Look at the greenery in there and you can come up with all kinds of great things. And you know what? Greenery makes wonderful masculine cards because I struggle with those because I like the foo-foo things. So use the greenery to make some great guy cards. All right, the foil card is awesome. I knew you'd pick the foil because it's shiny. Thank you, Christine. I'm glad that you like it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to move those up and out of the way because we have our last prize patrol. And then I have an announcement for you. You don't want to leave. Here's my handy dandy prize tag. I'm going to open that up and get that ready. Making some room here because if you could see the mess, if you could see the floor, I literally pushed all those dimensional backings down. Oh well. All right, here we go. We have another prize patrol here. Let me mix up the names. Got one. Oh, I tore the corner, but it's still good. The winner is Margaret! Yay, Margaret! You are our next winner. Congratulations to you. You've got some product coming to your mailbox that I hope that you will enjoy. All right. Oh, this one's super heavy. You know, I did these this afternoon. Do you think I would remember what I put in there? No idea. All right. Mixing up the names. All right, so I got one. I do. And this one is going to Wanda. Congratulations, Wanda. Fun stuff going to Wanda. Congratulations to you. I have one more prize. Don't leave. This announcement's important. And here is the name. Okay. Let's hold it up to the top. And the winner is Kimberly. Hey, Kimberly, you are our final winner today. I'm going to take that to Kimberly's envelope right here. And this is going to Kimberly's house. I hope that she is going to enjoy that. All right, friends, couple things. If you like to take notes and mark your calendar, this is going to be really important. Okay. The next inspiration night is for September. We're not going to have it, and here's why. Gina and I are going to Stampin' Up's home office for my $3 million sales achievement. It's the $1 million sales retreat, and for every $1 million milestone, you get to go back. So I'm going back, and this year I decided not to take Bob the Builder, but to take Gina, because I think Gina really needs to see the home office. She's never been there. And I'm excited to take her. And you know what? We have never had a girls' trip, mother-daughter, ever. So I'm thrilled about this. Bob will be going up to Gainesville. And with Cody, the two of them will take care of Palmer, which ought to be really interesting. Men are not like women. So we're going to set them up for success. Make sure we've got meals taken care of and all of that. But he will go there and Gina will come here. We'll fly out of Tampa. And then we will be gone the entire week. So from the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, we come home on a red eye on the 15th, which for Sunday, and then back in the office the following Monday. We will not be here. I thought of moving Inspiration Night for September to the following week, but I can't because I'm already committed for some other events. Sorry. Okay, I know, but here's the good news. You're going to get the team newsletter. You're going to get all 8 tutorials. We did Prize Patrol, and we've had lots of fun today, but I will definitely be back with you in October. Always the second Thursday of the month, so keep an eye on your calendar. You'll get an invitation about a week before via email with the private link. Never share the link, all right? I will be on YouTube on Monday, which is August 12th, for our next premiere. This is really an incredible card. I'm going to tell you that I had first shared this fun fold card that no one has ever seen before in online stamping retreat several sessions ago. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for some new products, and I'm going to showcase this fun fold on Monday, which is August 12th. I hope you'll join me in the live chat with Gina at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We always love to have you guys there. A lot of you have been asking about the people who had the little crown in front of their names. Those people have chosen to become YouTube channel members. And for 99 cents, they get a little special badge in front of their name when they chat or in the comments. And of course, they can use special emojis that we designed specifically for YouTube. It's just a way to support my channel. There's no other reason. So people just do it just to help us out. You know, economically, I think we can all say things have drastically changed in 2024. We feel it here at Lisa's Stamp Studio, as well as Stampin' Up, as I'm sure. So every little bit that we can do to kind of expound the horizons and keep some income coming up is what we're doing. If you'd like to support us, we'd love to have you. No obligation, of course. You'll find the join button for the channel membership next to the subscribe button here on my YouTube channel. You'll need to be logged in, and you'll need to use a desktop computer, because if you're on a mobile device, it's wonky. It's still brand new, and YouTube hasn't figured it all out yet. So just want to make sure that you know what that is, because we get a lot of questions about it. All right, I'm going to skim a couple questions just to make sure, but if you need to go, know I love you, and I will miss you next month, but you can bet Stampin' Up! Will be posting all kinds of photos, and of course we will when we get back. Thank you for being a part of our Hawaii Ink team. I would never get to do what I do without each and every one of you, and I'm eternally grateful, not just that you share the passion of paper crafting, but that you're part of our community and certainly friends and family. Okay, bye. Okay, let me read really quick. Did I miss any? Have a great time in Utah. Okay, just wonderful words. Thank you, my friends. I will see you soon. Monday, I hope, in the premiere. Bye-bye.